Welcome to Lucid Stories. A bear sells color. I remember becoming lucid. I was in this industrial age setting, not a ton of color going on, but at the same time it didn't seem like it was set in the past. There was a futuristic type technology, but it looked like the industrial age. I spotted this white bear and he was selling color. He could change anything to color. I went up to him and asked him if he could change something for me. He said no. I saw an old man. I asked the bear if he would change the old man's beard color. He did it. It turned purple. The old man wasn't happy. I looked up and saw this floating thing in the sky. I couldn't tell what it was, but I was curious. I flew up to it, and as I got closer, it looked like some kind of a floating cruise ship. When I got really close to it, I realized it was a small floating hot tub. It was miniature though. I couldn't fit in it. I grabbed on and got in and started to capsize it. There were people in there, and they were telling me I was too big. I looked down and I was in it now, but bigger than everyone. I was standing on a pad. I said, "Shrink me," thinking the pad could shrink me. It worked. I shrank and was now sitting comfortably in the floating hot tub. We were floating around for a bit. After a while, they asked me if I could freestyle. I said yes. One guy started beatboxing and I started rapping. We had some name for ourselves, something like the Pacific Friends. The weird part is, I jumped from there to this house unexpectedly. The vibe was completely different now. I remember seeing some really old people, and they were saying that we were getting the Pacific Friends back together. I had jumped in time into the future. I went to talk, seeing if my voice had changed. It was old and raspy. From here I woke up in my room, but I could tell it was a false awakening. Everything was dark. It didn't feel right. I did a reality check, plugged my nose and breathed in. I could breathe, so I knew I was still dreaming. I opened my door and started to look around. It felt nightmarish. I jerked my body to the right to try to wake myself up, and it worked. I woke up in real life.